We're so excited that you'll be touring Australia next week. Are there any special memories of Australia for you being here before?
With the RTB band, I think the first show we played, the reaction was like, oh, it was like it was it unnerved me. It really did. I
Yeah,
said, these people know about you. I mean, these people know about me. I mean, I heard like a lot of fan mail, a lot of good, great, lovely people calling me and say, "You're not going to believe it." I go, "I'm not going to believe it." I go, "Well, I got to be honest with you. I didn't believe it, but I believed it when I felt that intensity from I go, these people love this music and they've had all this time, all these years to appreciate this music. My 6 records with the band, and they're like, Russ, you're not going to believe it. I go, you're not going to believe it when you come. I go,
yeah,
especially when you go to Melbourne. I mean, like all the other places were amazing, but Melbourne was just, I don't know, I don't even know I don't even know what to say about
yeah.
that. But so I'm looking forward to, we're looking forward to an amazing 4 days. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing that could be thrown at us will hurt us.
Yeah,
I can
no,
promise you.
that's right. After so long of doing it as well, I'm sure. And look, Sign of the Hammer is such a powerful era-defining album. What's something about the writing or recording process of that record that fans might not know?
Well, let me tell you the story of Sign of the Hammer, which I've been telling to a lot of the people wanting to know. When Manowar, we would always record more music than we had, than we needed. So when we went into Phase One Studios in Toronto to record Hail to England, we recorded a lot of extra tracks, like we did during Battle Hymns, and every time we got to a studio, because we would think we might never have the opportunity again to be in another studio like this. So as long as the tapes were rolling, we recorded. So we we recorded I think 7 songs, a lot of extra songs, and then because we thought that something was going to happen if we might get signed. So then all of a sudden we got this interest from 10 Records EMI in UK, and next thing we know, we got signed to 10 Records EMI. But then we needed more songs. We needed for a release. We needed more tunes. So what we did was we went into the Virgin. It's called the Manor Studio, which was William the Conqueror's hunting lodge, and it was unbelievable. I mean, and it was redone into a studio, to a really beautiful studio, and we stayed. I stayed in a stateroom where William the Conqueror. I mean, had once. I mean, all these. Yeah, and it was like you booked the manor, and like if you wanted a steak, Virgin Records, if we wanted a steak at 4 in the morning,
Got
we got it. You know,
it.
we paid for it. So
Yeah.
it wasn't free, but it was great, and we had wonderful people there, and great studio, and it was like when you think about something like that, the excesses of what it could be, that's how it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when Richard Branson threw a party, he threw a party.
Wow, I can only imagine. And what was it like for you being so young at the time too, to just all of a sudden experience that?
Well, I'd been in music for a long time before that. I had the Dictators and
Hmm.
4 major labels, and but Manowar, that was just an incredible period between Hail to England and Sign of the Hammer. When we got that contract, it was really fun. It
I
was a
can
lot of
imagine.
fun. Yeah.
Ah. And this tour features an incredible lineup. How did this particular group of musicians come together, and what kind of chemistry have you found between you all on stage?
All right. So when you do an interview, you hear every musician say, "Oh, this is the best," and
Yeah,
this is they it's just a bunch of bullshit, you know. But let me tell you something. This RTB band, I think it's the best version of this band that's ever been. I think we have Dirk Schlächter on bass, and he plays in um, Gamma Ray.
Yeah,
He's from Gamma Ray and Avantasia, and he's a great player, great player. And he has embraced all that 8 string, 4 string insanity that Joey played. I mean, he does that perfectly. I close my eyes and this guy is doing it, you know, and
yeah.
he's doing it and to effect. And the great Sean Elg, who was in our band before, and then KK KK Downing stole him, and then I stole him back because KK's not playing this year, and I started KK's comeback because we had KK jam with us at Bloodstock,
Wicked.
and it's all on YouTube. And
Hmm.
so Sean is the drum. So me, Mark, Sean, and Dirk. It's a really fucking powerful band. I got to tell you,
Yeah,
and I think people are going to be really blown away with this, and they're going to be blown away at the precision
yeah.
and the power of the whole thing, you know. And it's really fun to play. It's fun to. I'd love to be in the audience to see it, but I have to play.
Oh, no, it really is like all these powerhouses just coming together and creating something, as you said, with precision. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a real cool band. It's a good band. It truly
Yeah,
is. It's not a hype band. It's not one of these bands
no,
that goes, they're all superstar, just superstar band. No, 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 no. Shut
no,
up.
no, no.
No, you're not. If any band had that opportunity to call themselves that, is us, and we're not.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
uh, we're just coming on, and we're gonna
Melt some faces.
knock people's heads up.
Yeah. Wicked. We can't wait. And if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice during your Manowar era, what would it be and why?
My advice would have been to be harder on Joey, harder on my partner, not fucking, not just insisting. I wish I insisted on doing things a lot different, you
Yeah.
know, because I was the kind of guy that we were 50-50 partners in the band, and it was like when I was like, I don't want to fight with this motherfucker. I don't want to
Mm,
fight. I don't want to. I just don't have any patience for him. I don't want to do it. It's like, fuck. It was like,
that's
sometimes
right.
like, a lot of people, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
I should have been different. I should have been a lot harder on him
that's fair enough.
because I was a 50. We were partners.
That's right. Sometimes, yeah, like I guess do you wish you had put your foot down more and not been so dismissive of the whole thing and just,
You
yeah.
know, when I heard something that was embarrassing, or I saw an embarrassing picture, I said, "You got to take that fucking down. Take that fucking picture down. I don't want to be, I don't want to be displayed like that, or I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to, And it was like, a lot of that stuff, and I just at one point I just fucking threw my hands up and I said, I,
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes things happen for a reason and you're where you are today and you get to tour with RTB. Like, yeah, if that's something positive you can take away from it.
it is positive, but you know what? I should have been a little more firm with him. I really should have been.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And how has your approach to playing guitar changed since recording Sign of the Hammer back in 84?
You know what? I've been playing guitar for so long. It really hasn't. It doesn't change.
Yeah,
I am a simple blues guitar player, and that's what I am. And when I pick the guitar up, the first thing I'm playing is blues licks, and and then I go through my fucking warm up, and I do. But basically, deep down in my heart, I'm BB King and Albert King and Freddie King's son.
yeah, we could. And I heard you started on violin as well.
I did.
Yeah.
Actually, I did. It was actually piano,
Uh-huh.
grand piano, and then I couldn't take it anymore, and because I wanted to be outside, being a knucklehead,
Yeah.
and which I shouldn't have been. And when I got to junior school, middle school, it was violin for the orchestra, and I moved up really quick from the back of the orchestra to the front of the orchestra in about 3 weeks. And then my teacher said, your musical aptitude is off the charts.
Wow.
They told me that, so I said, yeah, I know. I had already taken the test. I knew it,
Far out.
and so
And then you went straight to guitar, obviously.
straight
Yeah.
to the guitar. And then at one summer, it was amazing. One summer that it was like the 3 albums that really destroyed me was Jimi Hendrix "Are You" Experience, Cream, Disraeli Gears, and the first Led Zeppelin record. So I had those 3 records to gestate in me that whole summer. Then I was up there working at the camp, being a dish boy. And then by the end of that summer, I was a different person. I was a different guitar player when I went home.
Yeah.
So
Gee. It's funny because I can hear a lot of Led Zepp in Manowar as well. Were they some of the inspirations for you guys?
of course,
Yeah. Now that I know where you're going.
of course.
Well, that's great to hear. What about nowadays? Is there any new bands that you really enjoy, really like, that are inspirations for you? Not much.
I'm sure they're out there. I'm not going to be like a dickhead and say there are no new band. No, I'm sure there are plenty of great new bands out there. I just haven't had the. I don't have the wherewithal. Well, I do. If I wanted to listen to new bands, I could, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I don't, but I just don't. I'm sure they're out there, but I don't know. I just don't have any patience for new music.
Do you know what? It's actually pretty common. A lot of people I speak to, they're like, I just stick with the classics. And I don't blame you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why try
I
and
mean,
change?
are you trying to tell me that there's a band that could put out a better record, a better live record than the Who live at Leeds? Nope.
Case in point.
No, you can't. It's not. It hasn't been done.
Yeah.
Or you trying to tell me a band that could put out more of a, something better than Disraeli Gears, more artistic than that, or more brutal than Hendrix. I don't think so.
No, no, I think you're right. And
Yeah, so
sorry. You're offering VIP meet and greets on this tour. What's the strangest or coolest thing someone's ever asked you to sign?
body parts.
Oh gosh.
I
Can you elaborate or not?
would rather not, but
But
you can imagine. I've signed some interesting spaces.
oh, geez. And many fans see Manowar's music as a form of mythology. Were there any specific mythological or literary influences behind Sign of the Hammer that you personally connected to?
That's an amazing question. Great question.
Thank you.
Manowar was extremely influenced by Richard Wagner,
Hmm.
and really influenced by Wagner and all those symphonies and all those movements, talking about the gods and Valhalla and
Yeah.
Viking and all that. We took that pretty seriously. We did. We took it seriously,
Oh, yeah.
and people looked at us like you're a bunch of assholes. I go, okay, all right, whatever, that's okay. All right, okay, a bunch of especially Ross. What are you in New York City punk? I go, yeah, but this is this is something different. I go, you have to understand it. You have to put yourself into that situation. And we were like extremely influenced by Wagner.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's so
And
cool.
that,
It really is. I think you guys were like one of the sort of first pioneers to tap into that fantasy sort of talking about swords and everything. And it is really cool.
Die Meister Sanger and Valkyrie and
Yeah.
just a lot of stuff. We loved it. And
Yeah. Wicked. And looking back, was there a moment when you realized your work with Manowar was going to become iconic, or did it take years to fully see that legacy?
I knew the band was I knew that Battle Hymns started something,
Yeah.
and I knew it wasn't for everybody, and it still isn't. But I mean, I think that Battle Hymns just created this, you know, this no, this just feeling. People get this uplifting feeling from listening to those records, and you say, I'm getting like so much like fan mail. You saved my life. You, you changed my life. I go, when I hear that, I'm like, wow, whoa, what the fuck? I go, I got the other day. I goes, I was close to suicide,
Oh my God.
and I started listening to you, and I was like, you've changed my life. Thank you for saving my life. When you hear that, it's like, eh, I don't know what to say. I'm like speechless. I'm just crying. It makes me cry.
Yeah.
It'll make me. It's just, it tears me up because I'm not that strong. I mean, men cry.
Amazing. Amazing
Men
that you
cry.
have that influence on people.
Yeah, people. I was going to kill myself. My life sucked, and then I said, then I gained strength. I gained power. I gained courage. I, it makes me cry now. I just, I it's a hard thing to. It is.
As musicians, you must get that quite a lot. People
Yeah.
really telling you all about themselves and where they're at in life. It's a lot to carry for a musician.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I was in Australia, someone came to me and goes, right in front of the whole crowd, goes, if it wasn't for you, I'd be dead. I go like, oh my God. It is what it is. I'm just so glad that people are still thinking of it in a positive way, and thinking of the music with positive vibes, and still
Definitely.
listening to it in the right way, and you know, not
Yeah.
being violent, not being violent.
No, no, that's right. It's amazing. You should be really proud of yourself. You should. And yeah, that's a lot to take on. When you hear someone say that you saved my life. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's
Gee.
it's been it's been 40 years. I mean, it's still not stopping. I mean, it's going. I
No.
mean, it's an amazing thing. I just honored. It's totally honored. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And just to change the subject, you've straddled both punk and metal scenes through your career. How do you think punk Ross would react to seeing metal Ross today?
Well, they do all the time. I'm still in the Dictators, and I go back and forth. I'm playing Little Steven's Underground Cruise next when I come back from Australia. So both bands exist.
Well,
Both, my Dictators fans know and love me and respect me for my accomplishments, and my Dictators, they respect me, and my other band respects me,
yeah.
and I've just moved back and forth between genres for the past 30,
Yeah.
40. you know.
Yeah.
So no one
Gee.
has ever come up to me and say, "You can't do that.
Yeah, no. Because
You
you're
can't
doing
do
this.
that. Pick one or the other." I go,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Exactly. Great answer. And lastly, when the final note of Sign the Hammer echoes out at your last Aussie show, what do you hope the crowd walks away feeling?
I hope they feel that we have given them everything. We've given them 150%. We have done everything, played everything, hit every note possible that we could think of. And then they're going to think about it, and they're going to want us back.
Yes, yes, 100%. We're so glad that you guys are coming over here in the first place. We know that logistically sometimes it can be really difficult.
It's a bit of a way. It's a long way.
It's a long way. Are you
Yeah.
excited for that long flight?
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
great. I can't wait. Oh my God.
Oh, I bet. And is there anything that you're looking forward to seeing here that maybe you didn't see last time?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. When I get out of, it looks like New Jersey to me. I don't know. It's like it's all good. It's all good. The plane ride, it's all worth it. It's all worth it in the end.
Yeah,
The ends justify the means. It
that's right.
does.
That's
It
it.
really does.
Oh, beautiful. Ross, it's been an absolute honor to speak with you today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful interview.